is not with at the moment in the running the company, but we have a very professionally managed company, and it is driven by the board. And his father, Mr. B.B. Singhal, who in fact has started this company, and he has brought this company to this level. He is very much with the company, and he is now looking after quite a few day-to-day operations also, and we are very professionally managed. There has not been any change in the operations of the company or the performance of the company. It remains the same. And rather it's going to improve once we get the working capital. By end of this year, you will see a much improved performance of the company.
Has the raising of funds become difficult after the allegations came to light?
See, we are not raising any funds. There was as you know, we started this new facility sometime in November, and there was an accident in the plant on the very first day, and then there was a stoppage of the plant for a period of almost 6 months. During that period, we had approached the banks for some additional funding for the cash flow gaps which we had envisaged at that point of time, and SBI CAP was appointed to work on that proposal, and the matter was discussed with the consortium on 23rd January 2014, and everything was freeze at that point of time. And the plan was for 2 years, and we are working on that plan, and it is still continuing. And banks are disbursing their portion as agreed was. So I think there is no such issues at the moment, but of course we have to ramp up the production, which will take some more time.
Has the lenders consortium taken over day-to-day operations of the company and nominated members on board as well?
The lenders have never decided to take over the day-to-day operations. There was a discussion that they want to appoint the directors on the board of the company, and that decision is not as of date. That decision was taken in January 2014. They are in the process of appointing. We have yet to get the letters from the bankers to appoint the nominee director on the board of the company. I think it will happen very soon.
While the company's operations are running smoothly, the interest costs have led to the loss in the first quarter. How do you plan to minimize the losses and bring back the profitability?
See, what we had decided as per the 23rd January 2014, we called it CAP, Corrective Action Plan. It was decided the company should bring in the equity of around roughly around 2,000 crore over a period of 2 years. This year requirement is about 800 crores. Some part of it has already come in, and balance part is expected to come by way of sale and lease back of the some plants, some auxiliary services plant like oxygen or lime or whatever it is. So we are working on that. Initially we thought of coming up with the QIP, but now looks little difficult in a balance period of 6 months. So we are working on this proposal, and hopefully by end of this financial year we should be in a position to raise this kind of a money from sale of this particular asset. 40,000 is the total exposure of the bank. There are term lending, there are the working capital facility, there are non-fund based facility. Everything need not to be paid in a short. It is a long-term term lending which has been given to the company, and we do have a plan to pay, and we have been paying so far.
There was sale of 14 million pledged shares by lenders last month. Do you expect the lenders to sell more of these pledged shares?
I can't say, because everybody got panicked because of the incident, and because of that there was a fall in the share prices which made them to sell. I can't comment on their behalf, but we had the important factor, I would say, that the promoters have pledged their shares, they borrowed the money, they pumped in the money in the company. They have borrowed not for the purpose their personal use. The important factor one should realize that the promoters' commitment to the company, to the extent that they have pledged their shares and borrowed money and put in the money in the form of the pref share in the company. So that is the kind of a commitment promoter have got.
Lenders are also likely to tell the promoters to sell their non-core assets or the promoters' property and all. Will the promoters legally challenge this if this happens, if lenders come and they tell the promoters to sell their property?
They don't have the property. I think this is a wrong notion that the promoters have a lot of property. I don't think so. They are still living in the same house as they were living in sometime in 90s.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNow Live. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.